cow vigilantism, fanaticism makes even a good cause seem bad. Recently, there has been widespread coverage and condemnation of some instances in Gujarat, especially of some people who profess to be cow protectors. These people attacked and killed some people who were skinning cows, and this led to widespread panic where the issue was made into casteist and religious one, and the skewing of human values that cow's body is valued more than a human life. All sorts of criticism started coming up. Now, in this storm of criticism and condemnation that came up, the basic issue of the rationale for cow protection, that was lost. Now, apart from the spiritual and the cultural reasons for cow protection, especially for the followers of the Vedic tradition, for modern Hindus, the cows are especially sacred. But actually, the sanctity of cows is not intelligible to most people today. And that's why when we try to impose something that doesn't make sense on others, then it backfires. And all the more so now when we live in an increasingly postmodern world where no values are considered absolute and everybody is said to have the right to live the way they choose to live. So at such a time, it's vital that rather than imposition, we choose education, that we explain systematically the rationale in intelligible terms for cow protection. Actually speaking, from the financial point of view also, a cow is a source of wealth in various ways, and not just for the milk that it produces. The various products of the cow can all be used if one has the adequate know-how to they can be used for constructive purposes, and cow protection can make sound economic sense also in the proper system and structure. But all these arguments are being drowned out, and cow protection is being seen as an expression of fanaticism and obsolete belief systems. And this situation reminds me of a similar tragic turn of events that happened in America in the protection of embryos against the legalization of abortion. Now, while the abortion debate was heated up, there was a particular case called Roe versus Wade, in which the US Supreme Court judged that a woman has the right to terminate her pregnancy, and that is considered to be like a decisive defeat for the pro-life group. Pro-life group is the group which says that the child has a right to life, whereas the other group is the pro-choice group which says the mother has the right to choose. So yes, the Roe versus Wade case was a major defeat, but that defeat was largely legal. The cause of the anti-abortion activists, that got an almost irredeemable bad press later when a few Christian extremists took to arms and killed some abortionist doctors. Thereafter, the whole cause of anti-abortion movement became associated with right-wing religion, with all the threats of terrorism and all the other imagery associated with it. And as the pro-life movement became blackened by this stain, thereafter the sound philosophical and scientific arguments supporting the thesis that the embryo is actually essentially human and therefore deserves the human right to life, to protection of life, the same way as we all do, that was completely blinded out. And thus the anti-abortion movement suffered not just a legal loss but a public loss of face also, and loss of credibility because of association with right-wing religion. Unfortunately, the cow protection movement may also go in that direction if it gets lumped with a few religious extremists who use cow protection as an alibi for religious for extremist actions such as violence and murder. In today's world, imposition is not going to work. We need education. We need to systematically share awareness of the rationale for cow protection in financial and other terms that are intelligible to people, and promote the overall cultural and spiritual values that facilitate or foster a culture of caring for all living beings, including cows. Thank you.